Beloved friends, I welcome you to Easter Sunday. Christ is risen. Alleluia, alleluia. Easter stands at the center of both Christian theology and history, and you lose something important if you ignore either side. And what we celebrate today emerged from a real moment in first century Judea following the execution of Jesus Christ under Roman authority around 30 to 33 AD. For the Romans, crucifixion was meant to end movements, not start them. Yet, what followed Jesus' execution is historically striking. A frightened group of disciples who, even under persecution, became bold to proclaim that Jesus had risen from the dead. Their proclamation was not about a symbolic event, but a real one. Jesus had risen from the dead. In the first reading today from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 10, Peter speaks eloquently, saying, "This man God raised on the third day, and granted that he be visible not to all people, but to us, the witnesses." From the beginning, the celebration of Easter wasn't just one feast among many, it was the feast, the foundation of Christian identity. As St. Paul would say, and if Christ has not been raised, then empty is our preaching. Empty too is our faith. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 14. Now let's be clear. Easter is far deeper than a resuscitation story. It is the decisive act of God in history. In the gospel reading today from John's Gospel chapter 20, Mary of Magdala says to the disciples, "They have taken the Lord from the tomb, and we do not know where they put him." Mary's assumption that the body was stolen highlights the initial human inability to grasp the resurrection. Now, the resurrection is God's vindication of Jesus, declaring that the one rejected and crucified is truly Lord. It confirms that sin and death, the two great limits of human existence, have been broken from within. And this is the part that many people often miss. The Christian understanding of Easter is not just about proving that something happened. Rather, it reveals a new reality that is. In rising, Christ inaugurates a new creation. And as a result, humanity is no longer locked into decay, but brought to the beginning of a transformed existence, what St. Paul calls the first fruits of those who will rise. My dear friends, if Christ is risen, then history is not just cycles of power and death. It is moving somewhere. And that changes how we live now, not as someone managing decline, but as someone already claimed by a future that has begun with the resurrection of Christ. May God bless you and happy Easter.